different work that is given to us, so kailangan po nating i-apply or kailangan meron tayong tinatawag na energy. Okay, first, again and again, ano po yung tinatawag nating kinetic energy? So when we say kinetic energy, it is the energy of motion. It is also called a motion energy. So again and again, if an object is moving, it is said to have a kinetic energy. Then, again, from the lesson that we discussed, kinetic energy is divided into three types. The first one is the vibrational kinetic energy. The second one is the rotational kinetic energy. And the last one is the translational kinetic energy. So the following equation is used to represent the kinetic energy of an object. So the first formula that we're going to use is this one. Kinetic energy, or the capital K and small letter E, stand for again, the capital letter K and the capital letter E stand for kinetic energy, is equals to 1 half multiplied by the given mass velocity squared. Then the second equation, so this triangle represents change in kinetic energy, is equals to 1 half multiplied by the given mass multiplied by the final velocity squared minus initial velocity squared. Okay, example problem number 1. What is the kinetic energy of a 7,500 Newton automobile which is moving at 55 meter per second? So our given weight is 7,500 Newton. The given velocity is 55 meter per second. Then in order to find the kinetic energy of an automobile, so it must be meron tayong tinatawag na mass. Ano po, kung wala pong given mass dyan, apply natin yung another formula in order to find the given mass. So mass is equals to weight divide the constant value of gravity is equals to, so yung 7,500 Newton, i-divide mo sa 9.8 meter per second squared in order to find the mass. So the given mass is 765 kilogram. Then we're going to find na the kinetic energy. So in order to find the kinetic energy, so kinetic energy is equals to 1 half multiplied by the mass multiply by the velocity squared. So again, transpose 1 half, then yung nakuha mo yung given mass, which is the 765 kilogram, multiply by the velocity, which is 55 meter per second squared. So 1 half multiply by 765 kilogram multiply by 55 meter per second squared, the answer will be 1,157,063 joules, or 1.16 times 10 raised to the power of 6. Okay, so second problem. A 0.10 kilogram stone is thrown from the edge of an ocean cliff with an initial speed of 20 meter per second. When it strikes the water below, it is traveling 45 meter per second. What is the change in the kinetic energy of the stone? So we're going to find the change and the kinetic energy of the stone. So in order to do that, first we're going to identify the given. So the given final velocity is 45 meter per second, initial velocity 20 meter per second, then the given mass is 0.10 kilogram. Then we're going to find the change in the kinetic energy of the stone. So we're going to use this equation. So change in kinetic energy is equals to 1 half multiplied by mass, cross and open parenthesis, final velocity squared minus initial velocity squared. Again, by looking at the given. Ano po yung given mass natin? So the given mass is 0.10 kilogram. Okay, cross and open parenthesis, the final velocity natin is 45 meter per second squared. So 45 meter per second squared minus 20 meter per second squared. The answer will be 81.25 joules. Again, 1 half multiplied by 0.10 kilogram multiplied by 45 meter per second squared minus 20 meter per second squared. Again and again, the answer is 81.25 joules. Okay, again and again, potential energy. So again, when we say potential energy, it is defined as the energy stored in an object. Then it is divided into two types. So what are those? Again, kung natatandaan yung lesson natin, the two types of potential energy is the gravitational potential energy and the second one is the elastic potential energy. Again and again, when we say gravitational potential energy, it is the energy possessed by an object of its position relative to others. When we say elastic potential energy naman, it is defined as the energy possessed by or the ability of an object to stretch and compress. Okay, so the following equation is used to represent the potential energy. Sorry, so it must be capital P. Again, typographical error, so it must be capital P and E of an object. So change in gravitational potential energy is equals to mass times gravity multiplied by the final height minus initial height. Then the other one is change in gravitational potential energy is equals to mass times gravity multiplied by change in height. Then change in height, okay, ang formula na gagamitin natin in order to find the change in height is this one. So change in height is equals to length sine angle. So we're going to use a sine if the object is moved in a vertical position. Okay, always remember we're going to use a sine if the object is moved in a vertical position, then cosine if the object is moved in a horizontal position. Okay, example problem natin, number 1. A 400-kilogram roller coaster car starts 48-meter above the ground and is 3-meter above the ground at the end of the ride. Calculate the change in potential energy of the car. So again, identify the given. So the given mass is 400 kilogram. Again, the constant value of gravity, the 9.8 meter per second squared. The final height is 3 meter. Initial height is 48 meter. Then we're going to find the change in potential energy of the car. So this one, change in potential energy of the car. So alin po ba yung gagamitin namin ma'am na formula? We're going to find the change in potential energy of the object. Okay, so by looking at this one, so this one consists of final height and the initial height. So that's why we're going to use this first equation. Okay, so meron tayong final height and initial height. So change in gravitational potential energy is equals to mass multiplied by the constant value of gravity, cross and open parenthesis final height minus initial height. So transpose again. By looking at this one, small letter M, small letter G, H and F, transpose lang natin yung given. So, ang given mass natin is 400 kilogram. Ang given gravity natin is 9.8. Then, ang given final height natin is 3 meter. And initial height natin is 48 meter. Transpose lang po natin yung given. So, 400 kilogram times 9.8 meter per second squared multiplied by 3 meter minus 48 meter. The answer will be negative 176,400 joules. Okay, next, number 2 problem. Okay, so a 5,200 kilogram car or kilogram cable car in San Francisco is pulled at a distance of 360 meter up a hill inclined at 12 degree from the horizontal. Calculate the change in potential energy of the car. Again, identify the given. So, ang given mass po natin is 5,200 kilogram. The given length po natin is 360 meter. Then the given angle po natin is 12 degree. Then find the change in potential energy. So first, we're going to find the height in the problem. So kunin po natin yung given length which is 360 meter. Then sine 12 degree. So 360 meter sine 12 degree. The answer is 75 meter. So, gagamitin po natin tong formula na to. So, change in gravitational potential energy is equals to mass times gravity multiplied by change in height. So, again, transpose the given. So, ang given mass natin is 5,200 kilogram multiplied by 9.8 meter per second squared multiplied by 75. So, the correct answer will be 3,822,000 joules. Okay, next, the total work done. Ano po ba yung tinatawag